Hello to all the Scorpios out there, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. This is your reading for the full moon in Gemini lunar eclipse that we are having on the 30th of November. This reading is intended to go from the 30th of November to the 14th of December. However, bear in mind that eclipse energies do tend to spread out over 6 months, approximately. So, let's pull a psychic tarot card and see what the major energy that's playing out for you for this full moon in Gemini that is coming up. Scorpio, what do we have for Scorpio, please? That's a few. May I please have one card? Okay, sorry guys. So my deck was the other way around. One card for Scorpio for the full moon in Gemini, please. That is your message for Scorpio. Oops, okay. Ooh, number 1, prosperity begins. I like it. Let's place that there. And I believe this may be in the physical world, so let's have a look. Yeah, it is. Red water is physical world, so good things are coming, Scorpio. Okay. So this is your card, and the message says, this card brings a message of beginnings, prosperity, wealth, and new business, which should soon be in the palm of your hand. It may result from your hard work, past efforts, and investments, or it could show up unexpectedly. It may even be presented as a gift. With careful and diligent planning, recent endeavors and money-making ideas show great possibilities and promise of monetary gains. Nice. There is a time to focus on the most beneficial... this is a time to focus on the most beneficial outcome. Expect the best and envision that the project or new job having a successful result. Feel it, see it, and most important, believe it. When you focus on abundance and the positive aspects of the material world and offer gratitude, prosperity in all forms will flow even more freely. There you go. I like it. An attitude of gratitude will manifest way more for you. Okay, I'm going to now see what area of your life is being affected by this lunar eclipse that we're having on the 30th of November with just a house card. There we go. Flying away is the 3rd house, the potential to learn something and your local neighborhood. So expansion of skills potentially playing out. Student becoming a teacher, something like that even. Let's find out what the sacred geometry activations are for you guys. Most signs have had 2, so I will stick with requested. Okay, 2 for Scorpio, please. What 2 activations does Scorpio need for this full moon in Gemini reading, please? Them. First one is, wow, 36 prosperity. Prosperity. The frequency of prosperity supports our feeling of well-being by allowing the inclusion of everything that makes our body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit sing. It invites us to express ourselves in joy and celebration of the abundance and riches that the universe provides. Okay, so with sacred geometry activations, if you take a deep breath and focus at the center of the image, you may have to pause the video, but about 30 seconds, even 60 seconds, staring at that should be sufficient to activate. Okay, now I'll show you the other one. Root chakra. The frequency of the root chakra, the red flower of life, stimulates passion and supports our sense of security on this physical plane, both in our bodies as well as the physical world. So there you go. If you stare at the center of that for 30 to 60 seconds, you can pause the video if you need to. Leave that there for another few seconds. Okay. Leave that there for you. Now, what I will do is pull a spirit animal oracle message, just as an overall energy for the past, present, and future. And then we'll pull about 6 tarot cards and see what the messages are. what is the overall message for the past for Scorpio for this reading for the full moon in Gemini, please? The lunar eclipse on the 30th of November. So, overall message. Number 13, Goddess energy. Cat spirit, claim your independence. I like it. Very confident looking cat there. I like it. Okay, so what's the present energy for Scorpio for the full moon in Gemini lunar eclipse, please? Oops. We have White Raven Spirit, trust in the magic. Nice. Master Manifestors, co-creating with the divine. That kind of thing. Ooh, number 66 also. Number of harmony. And balance. And reciprocity. And good things. Okay, what's the future energy for Scorpio for this reading, please? Ooh. Vulture Spirit, number 63. And nothing is wasted. I like it. No experience, no energy. No, nothing is ever wasted. Okay, let me shuffle these cards a little and then we'll pull some tarot and see what we need to elaborate on in this reading. Not a nice card to look at. One more. I just saw the Three of Swords, so some of you are leaving heartbreak behind. Heartbreak, friends, family, doesn't have to be partners. But I feel like some of you have kind of seen things recently that have made you distance yourself from some people. So, let's elaborate on Cat Spirit, claim your independence, please. For Scorpio, for this full moon in Gemini. First two cards, yeah. What was I saying about seeing people for what they're worth and walking away from them? Possibly walking away from an Emperor, Aries energy, possibly. A tyrant, a narcissist, not a nice person. An imbalance, like the Emperor could be like a divine masculine. For some of you, it's because you're standing in your power and you're a divine masculine energy. That's why this tower moment happened and you kind of released what no longer served you. People, places, things, jobs, things like that. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles, very abundant earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But she's the ultimate mother, business person. She knows how to manifest, like at the click of fingers. She's very fertile. She may run a business, she may not, but she has potential to achieve anything that she sets her mind to. She's pretty amazingly capable, this lady. Okay. Let's see what other cards we have. And we're more into it then. Comes after the Queen of Pentacles for Scorpio for this reading, please. Ooh. Okay, so Two of Pentacles is the next card about balance. Finding balance can also be about a juggling act. So I'm just looking at it with the sequence of if that's a tyrant or a narcissist. It could have been a juggling act, and it could have involved the Queen of Pentacles. But there is also moving away from drama, troubled waters, people, places, and things that no longer serve your highest good and no longer resonate with your frequency. Because as you raise your vibration, people stop, like you really stop resonating with the people that you once did resonate with. It's pretty natural and organic, but it can be a little unpleasant at times. Okay. What's the final card in the past for Scorpio, please? Final card past Scorpio. Ooh, sorry guys. I just knocked the camera. There's 10 of Wands is the card that came out. So, putting down burdens in the physical world. As I was saying, moving away from all that no longer serves you and releasing yourself or detaching from obligations and generally people. Because this is something in the physical world, somewhere where you take action. This is where you're involved with people where there is an expectation from you of some description. Or, you know, you're expected to exert a certain amount of energy or put a certain amount of energy into certain dynamics. where it's just no longer working for you. It really isn't. I almost feel like this may have seemed like the right thing. It was on your path, blah, 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 but somehow there's been an imbalance that's happened lately and you're kind of noticing it, and there has been a desire to move away from that. And I feel like you have, because 10, with the 10 of Wands, 10 is endings. So I feel like you have released a lot of burdens, people, places, things that burdened you, and you realize they weren't for your highest good. And it's brought you a lot of growth, like emotional maturity and mental maturity too. Okay, so what's going in the current energy? White Raven Spirit, trusting the magic. What do you want to tell Scorpio for this full moon in Gemini reading, please? Ooh, wow. The King of Pentacles. Okay, once again, the divine counterpart of the Queen of Pentacles. This is a divine masculine energy, very much in this world, but not of it. Quite advanced in their ascension as well, I would believe. But they're great at manifesting, just like the Queen of Pentacles. Great parent, great business partner, boss, sibling, child, everything. What comes after the King of Pentacles, please? So, and I feel like for some of you, this tower moment may have been you walking out on a boss that was really like a bit of a bully. And kind of going, nah, I can manifest my stuff. I will be fine. I do not need this job that is basically sucking the life out of me and making me miserable. So the next card we have after the King of Pentacles is the Page of Pentacles. About loving and desiring something very, very deeply. Okay, valuing something a lot. Cherishing it. Seeing it as something very, very precious. And pages are messengers. So I feel like the King of Pentacles is inspired to share a message with possibly the Queen of Pentacles about how she might be so precious to him, possibly. But let's get some more cards. What comes after the Page of Pentacles, please? Three of Cups, wow. Celebrations, get-togethers, unions, reunions, that kind of thing. The King of Pentacles may be issuing a message to someone about a desire to come together and have a relationship or partnership of some description. And it could be a pretty good business scenario. We have the card of standing your ground. Knowing that whatever this situation is, you kind of deserve it. You've worked for it. So don't let other people make you doubt your worthiness or, how appropriate it is for this situation to be playing out for you, because I feel like there is going to be a coming together or a celebration. And there may be people that go, oh, but how come that's happening for you, but it's not happening for me, Scorpio? No, go ask the universe. Like, really, go ask the universe. Why? Alright, ooh, wow. We have 7 of Cups. Okay, so standing your ground and knowing your worth, because someone may be more inclined to keep their options open. The person that you made this offer to, this may be you, or this could be you, Scorpio, keeping your options open, and this is a King of Pentacles having made an offer to you, or sent a message to you in regards to their desire to come together with you. What's the final card in this row for Scorpio, please? For the full moon in Gemini, Lunar Eclipse. Ooh, too many cards. Way too many cards. Okay. Can I have the last card, please, that comes after the 7 of Cups in this reading? Four of Pentacles. About holding on very, very tightly to people, places, things in the physical world. Can be also about saving money. Well, if somebody has actually recently quit a job because they had a terrible boss, I can understand that. And with the 7 of Cups, maybe that's about options in the workplace, but being careful to choose options that resonate with your frequency and with your soul, not to sort of be, taking just any job just because you're desperate as well. So that could be another thing. And yeah, this could quite easily be, you as the King of Pentacles putting something out there about a business partnership or some sort of business collaboration with, 1 or 2 other people. But also standing your ground and not letting possibly somebody else's sense of vanity, sense of illusion that gets caught up in, oh, look at all the pretty shiny bells and whistles, blah, blah, blah. No, we're here to create something. We need to hold on to all our resources. We can't get too overexcited, you know, that kind of an energy. Interesting reading. All right, let's get the rest of the cards and then I'll actually look at it, because this could have a few little different dynamics playing out here. Okay, what do we have for the future for Scorpio for the full moon in Gemini reading? 30th of November. What's the next card? Ten of Swords. The end of feeling stabbed in the back and betrayals and sadness. That's good. He's kind of, you know, been left for dead, so it's a good thing that energy is coming to an end. Now, this can also be self-sacrifice or punishing of self. You know, when you're whipping yourself, like, stop being so hard on yourself, Scorpio. Like, you need to stop doing that. Your self-talk, your mental energy can create barriers to your ability to manifest the best outcome for yourself. So I feel like for some of you, you're finally stepping out of this, and for others of you, you're kind of still drowning in your own self-talk, and it's not good. And this could be outside of you as well, just people from the past, what they've said, you know, that kind of thing, because Swords is mental energy. Okay, so what comes after the Ten of Swords in this reading for Scorpio, please? Oops. 8 of Pentacles, the card of long-term effort, putting consistent long-term effort in mastering a skill or a craft or something like that. This is very much a person doing head down, rear end up, focusing on their ascension, the healing, that kind of thing. But this could be also somebody that has recently quit a job and starting to build a business. So focusing on that and really, really putting a lot of time and effort, long-term effort, into creating something stable. And as I was saying, if this was a message in regards to creating a business or some sort of a partnership, 8 of Pentacles. Like, you know, when you're starting a business, you really need to work hard. You need to put all the time and the effort in. You need to create the product. You need to market it, all of that. So, it's almost like this could have a very much like a business, you know, something in the physical world where, yeah, you possibly have left a job where you were just not being treated right. Somebody was being very, very awful to you. And you're like, nah, I'm like the Queen of Pentacles. I'm standing in my power. I know how to manifest. I know how to juggle, you know, my responsibilities and my spirituality in 3D. I can manifest. I need to move away from all this drama. Release all the stuff that makes me feel overburdened, overworked and underpaid, you know, not appreciated for what I do, that kind of thing. It was a very soulless or thankless job in some way for you. And then you've got you possibly deciding to put a message out there to someone or two people in regards to a business partnership, but also knowing that what you contribute to the situation, what you bring to the table, because you've got like a celebration about coming together, but then you've got the card of standing your ground. It's like, don't, just because these people might get excited and caught up in don't start minimizing your experience and your knowledge. Remember what you bring to the table. Okay, standing in your authority, knowing what you know already. Don't let people railroad you, and don't let the ones that are so caught up in, oh, let's, you know, do risky things so they can make big bucks straight away. Don't let them put you off, okay? Because the idea is to make smart investments and to build your money, not to hemorrhage it so that you can hope for a long-term return. So it's kind of like mental conflict here in the future. It's like, you know, battling these people, even though you know you come into a good collaboration dynamic. It's like, yeah, one of them may be quite a stressy person. Could be an air sign, water, fire, any sign, really. Okay, what comes next after the 8 of Pentacles? Oops. The Sun, I just heard, sir. The Sun. The happiest, most cheerful card in the entire tarot deck about brand new beginnings. And it's underneath that 3 of Pentacles. So I feel like this business thing, whatever it is, the collaboration that's bringing this prosperity, it is a gold mine. It's a winner. So, because there's a lot of gold here too. Like, you're noticing, like, there is a lot of gold that's standing out now that I've said that. So, I really feel like whatever this business idea or proposition dynamic partnership is, it may actually involve you going to school and studying and doing something. But that doesn't mean that you don't have, credibility as much as the other guys in the dynamic, okay? Because this brand new beginning is positive. It's the sun and the sunflowers are looking at you, Scorpio, not at them. Alright? You're as important as the rest of them. I don't, like, somebody really needs this reassurance. And the root chakra activation should help you with that. Because this lacking the self-assuredness and sort of to go to move forward can be a root chakra and a solar plexus issue. Okay, what comes after the sun? More info about the sun. What is this about? Is that one? Really? Okay, about decisions or finally being made, possibly. Decisions that weren't being made because all the facts weren't being seen, possibly because you weren't standing your ground in the past. But in the future, I feel like the decision will come about. This is a pretty spiritual card. This is about dogma tradition. This is someone that's really, really stuck in their old ways of thinking and programming. This is not an easy person to deal with. And I feel like the indecision and dragging things out has been to do with this person. Could be a Taurus. Doesn't have to be. Okay. That's the last card in this reading for Scorpio. Facing down. Ace of Pentacles. So, divinely guided, brilliant, prosperous things coming your way. Whatever this collaboration or this business is, it's like the universe is trying to say, give you a big fat thumbs up and say, go for it. No matter what the obstacles, no matter what it gets a little bit tricky, hang in there, because this is infinite prosperity and abundance entering your life somewhere in the near future. Like, within the next 6 months with this collaboration is coming together. And I don't see it being that easy. I feel like, one person, at least in this dynamic, is a little bit not on your frequency. However, it's kind of like, in Ascension, not everybody's on the same page all the time. Like, you might be doing shadow work when another person's cruising along on another area of their Ascension, and you may clash. You may sort of sense their ego a little bit more on occasion and things like that, because, Seven of Cups is about someone that's vain and caught up in, oh, everybody loves me, I'm so wonderful, yeah, everybody wants a piece of me. No. So, yeah, it's a pretty vain kind of card. Alright, 1 moment, I will just grab a drink and then we can get on with this reading. Okay, Scorpio, so let us begin your reading. We start off in the past with a Tower moment. So as I was saying, with the Tower moment being clarified by the Emperor, it's like something came to an end, a very sudden and abrupt, and it's kind of like one day something happened, a moment with this Emperor. It could be an Aries, but this is a really bossy tyrant kind of person. They can be a narcissist, they can be a bit sort of vindictive, you know what I mean? Like, if you happen to not stroke their ego, they will find ways to kind of spank your ego. And it's kind of, yeah, I don't like this energy. I really don't like this person. But whoever it was, they kind of pushed your last button and you exploded and you let them have it. And I feel like for some of you, you walked out on a job. For some of you, you worked out an ex-partner, parent, friend, something like that. This is a narcissist. Could be an Aries, doesn't have to be predominantly masculine energy as well. But this is a destined thing. Like, this coming to an end was meant to come to an end. You'd paid your dues in that contract, okay? And for those of you that are very aware of soul contracts and things like that, it's almost like there was a partnership or some sort of dynamic that worked well for a while, but there were imbalances. And it's like when like I said, imbalances, my eyes went to claim your independence with the cat spirit. So it's almost like you're your own person, but they've kind of tried to put you on a leash in some way and to control you and kind of take credit for your work or your wisdom or something along those lines. They kind of tried to hijack your energy. And you were like, sorry, I'm the master of transformation and rebirth. I do not tolerate this. And you stood in your power. Okay? And I feel like you, at that time, may have been embodying like a feminine energy, whether you're masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter, but you were predominantly feminine. And understanding that as a Queen of Pentacles energy, as a master manifestor, someone that's done their spiritual, gotten onto their spiritual mastery and also mastered the physical world, you know how to find the balance to be able to create the funds, the abundance, the prosperity, the stability that you require to be able to do this by yourself. It was almost like this sense of you've recently leveled up, because there was a Scorpio new moon only recently. So I feel like that new moon really sort of elevated you, Scorpio, in a way, and it kind of made you stand in your personal power and know more deeply who you really are, at the true essence, at the core of your soul, really. A lot of us are realizing who we are, and it's amazing. It's like the universe is going, wakey, wakey. Did you know? Did you know? And it's blowing our minds, but it's also helping us elevate our frequency and our way of life and want bigger and better things for ourselves that we may or may not have actually dared to even dream of or desire in the past. And knowing that we have the ability to find the balance between the physical and the spiritual. Sorry, physical and spiritual. It's hard to check what you're doing on the screen. Sorry. But yeah, like, you really know who you are. And I feel like that sort of propelled you to move away from whoever or whatever this emperor energy was, because you kind of knew that no matter what happened with this situation, you were better off without it. It may have taken you a while to come to that conclusion. I don't know why, but I just feel like it did. And just looking at the long lines on the Two of Pentacles, it's like they keep going and going and going. So maybe this dynamic had been playing out for a while, and the imbalance was kind of like maybe, in the last 6 months possibly. But it was enough to ruffle your feathers, Scorpio, and create whether it was a verbal eruption or whatever, a text, email, anything, doesn't matter. But I feel like you walked out on, or said goodbye to an employer or a parent or a friend or somebody like that. And the reason why you did it, because you kind of know who you are, and you do not want the drama, you do not want the chaos, you don't want all this turbulence that being around this person created for you in your emotional world. Like, this is swords, but I'm looking at the water being turbulent. Okay, emotional and mental chaos that this situation caused you is what you wanted to get away from, and that is the reason why you had to actually release all those burdens and put this down. So I feel like these are actual important connections and attachments that you had, ones that I feel like it could have been a boss, I feel like it could have been a partner, it could be a divorce that may have happened for some of you. Okay, but this is major commitments and obligations in the world. Like, this is stuff that you literally have to consciously decide to put down and walk away from. And this is very hard fought for, this energy, like feeling this way and standing in your power this much, to know exactly what is no longer serving you. You need to walk away from it. And to do it, even, like, taking that action can be a bit tricky sometimes, no matter how evolved you are. Making these shifts isn't always that easy. Okay. So yeah, as I said, there may have been a divorce. There may have been a breakup with the Emperor and the Queen of Pentacles, because there was cheating, there was juggling. One of them was doing juggling or cheating, and so deciding to move away from all that mental and emotional chaos, the uncertainty, the not knowing, the drama, the tears, releasing that attachment, walking away. But for some of you, I feel like it was a boss. I feel like it's some sort of a, it's got to do with your financial income. Financial flow. Then we have underneath the tower in the present row, the King of Pentacles. What I'm saying is, yes, you're a water sign, but I feel like you're embodying these energies, Scorpio. Either you or somebody around you. And this is a person that's really standing in their power, feeling very stable, very grounded, very much in this world, but not of it. Knowing that they can manifest, knowing that they can create a successful business if they tried to. Yeah, and I feel like this person, which is probably you, Scorpio, or somebody around you, is going to express a desire to create something wonderful or to manifest something wonderful. Whether this is with a partner, a new person, or whether this is a business thing. We've got a lot of Pentacles energy. That's why I'm thinking it's something in the physical world, and with the other cards that we've had. I feel like you've got a brilliant business idea and you cherish it and you think it's dynamite. And you're not wrong, Scorpio, okay? You are not wrong. You or somebody else has something brilliant, an absolute gold coin in their pocket, in their hand. And there's going to be a message about this in the current energy, like from the 30th of November onwards, either being received by you or sent by you. And it's actually going to bring about a pretty happy, successful collaboration. However, as I was saying earlier, the collaboration requires you to stand your ground. Maybe you're the one that brought the idea to the plate, but the other two have a little bit more expertise in the kind of thing you're doing. Maybe it's an online business. Maybe these people have IT background. Maybe you need to learn something. And you need to kind of understand, hang on, I'm the one that had the idea. Yes, I might need to study a bit, whatever, but that doesn't decrease my validity in this dynamic. They're three equals that are partying here, that are hanging out, socializing, celebrating, feeling victorious about whatever, about a great idea that's about to come into their life. So it's a card about standing your ground. So something about this collaboration is going to require you and possibly others to actually stand your ground. Because as I was saying, I feel like there's somebody, could be a water sign, could be, because we've got cups here. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Doesn't have to be, but I feel like somebody gets very caught up in the vanity, the shiny, the let's make big bucks really, really quickly, and you can't really do that because it's kind of like you only have a certain amount of capital to play with, buddy. It's like somebody needs to keep their head on their shoulders. Like their head on their shoulders. Keep the coin on their head. You know what I mean? Like you can't lose all your backup, your security backup plans and things like that just because something really cool and shiny is showing up, because look at those options. Not all of them are equal and not all of them are prosperous or good. Yeah. There's only a couple of options that are really, really good. So chasing the shiny, somebody just needs to be aware that they need to hang on to the resources that they've got and not go spending without consulting the people that they've gone into business with, or at least like just collaborating to some extent to kind of have an agreement so that there aren't any problems later. Because it almost feels like if you guys don't stand your ground and keep whoever this person is that's going to get a bit excited about setting up this business calm, you'll find yourselves running out of money and collateral and resources later. Okay. Yikes. And yeah, for others of you, like if this was like almost a relationshipy feel, like you found your pentacle and you're gonna send a message out to somebody about it, about a desire to come together and be with somebody. But you need to stand your ground, because I feel like this person may have a few options and you need to stand firm in your power and knowing who you are. Don't allow that to upset you and make you doubt your self-worth and things like that. For those of you that's a more relationship dynamic. The Seven of Cups is the player card, and Four of Pentacles is holding on to things in the physical world too tightly. So it's like, if they're a player, do not hold on to them too tightly. Like, let them go, because the amount of mental and emotional trauma that they will cause you is ridiculous. And maybe you need to kind of, after you send this message, be like, yeah, and I know about the past, that can't happen anymore, and that's your standing in your power, standing your ground, you know? Anything else? Yeah. Don't think it really plays out anything else there. So, let's move on to the future energy. Okay, so as I was saying, for those of you that are in that relationship dynamic where there's a player involved, you're gonna be putting an end to all this stress and trauma. So I feel like this person may take the ultimatum of, it's either me or nobody, or them and no me. You know, like that kind of scenario. So Ten of Swords, it's the end of feeling backstabbed, betrayed, and it's also mental energy. It can be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, but it's the end of being backstabbed and betrayed by people or situations or dynamics. That's coming to an end. And the thing is, that's clarified with the card of hard work, long-term persistent hard work. So I feel like for those of you, it's a relationship dynamic. The player is going to stop playing and put time and effort into building this relationship and this stability and this foundation with you, because the next card is the card of new beginnings, like a very happy new beginnings, a completely different new start in life. Could be a relocation, could be a brand new relationship, could be, for some of you that are in relationships, could be a baby, could be very many things, but this is a very happy, very exciting card. Okay, and I feel like this card, this is manifesting only because somebody's actually finally coming out of a state of indecision. Someone's finally making a decision that they may have previously been unwilling to make. Could be an air sign. Could be any sign.